What if I told you that Las Vegas casino CEOs are celebrating record bonuses while the city receives fewer visitors than before? Something sinister is happening on the Strip, and the numbers don't lie. Behind every flashing light and free drink is a system so precisely engineered against you that even longtime Vegas executives are starting to slip up and admit it. And when you see what's really behind those massive CEO paydays that jumped 40% while visitor satisfaction plummeted, you'll understand why the house doesn't just always win anymore. Number 10. The drop-off is at the lower end. Bill Hornbuckle, MGM Resorts, 2025. They don't want small bettors anymore. Bill Hornbuckle's investor remark was the confession Vegas never wanted you to hear. Speaking to Wall Street analysts in January 2025, the MGM Resorts CEO laid it bare. The drop-off is at the lower end. Translation? Vegas isn't built for everyday players anymore. It's optimized for whales and credit card warriors willing to bleed money at premium rates. Remember when you could walk into any strip casino with $20 and play blackjack for hours? Those days are extinct. The $5 tables that once welcomed everyone from college kids to retirees have vanished like Vegas mobsters in witness protection. Today, finding anything under $25 minimum on the Strip is like spotting a unicorn in the desert. Caesar's Palace, $50 minimums on weekends. Bellagio, $100 just to sit down. Even at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, you're lucky to find $15 tables, and those come with rules so bad you'd be better off lighting your money on fire for warmth. The economics are brutal but simple. One high roller betting $500 per hand generates more profit in an hour than 20 tourists betting $10 each all night. So casinos made their choice. They ripped out affordable tables and replaced them with private salons, high-limit rooms, and VIP lounges where millionaires lose more in one weekend than most Americans make in a year. Hornbuckle's slip wasn't accidental. It was strategic messaging to investors. We're done pretending to care about regular people. The proof is everywhere. Station casinos, once the locals' favorite, now charges $15 minimums at properties that used to offer $3 games. The Orleans eliminated most of its $5 tables. Even downtown, the supposed last refuge of affordable gambling is creeping towards Strip prices. What really stings is the hypocrisy. These same CEOs still market Vegas as America's playground, while systematically locking out average Americans. They spend millions on commercials showing happy families and young couples having the time of their lives, knowing full well those people can't afford to play anymore. The message is crystal clear. If you're not prepared to lose thousands, Vegas doesn't want you at their tables. But here's what they don't advertise. Even if you can afford those minimums, the games themselves have been rigged worse than ever. Which brings us to the next dirty secret. Hiding in plain sight on every casino floor. Number 9. The tightest slots in America. Strip slot machines now return as little as 85 cents for every dollar. Some of the worst odds in the entire country. While casino CEOs won't say it publicly, Nevada Gaming Control Board filings prove what every player already feels in their emptying wallets. The Strip's hold percentage keeps rising year after year. It's not bad luck destroying your bankroll. It's math, precisely calibrated against you. Think about that number for a second. When you feed a $100 bill into a Strip slot machine, the casino expects to keep $15 of it. Not eventually, not maybe. Mathematically, systematically, guaranteed over time. Compare that to competitive gaming markets where regulations force better odds. In New York, slots must return at least 90%. In Nevada, there's no minimum at all. Casinos can legally set machines to keep 25% if they want, and some airport slots actually do. The deterioration happened gradually, then suddenly. In 2019, Strip slots averaged an 8% hold. By 2023, it climbed past 9%. Today, some machines are programmed at 12% to 15% holds, especially those flashy new games with Hollywood themes and bonus rounds that feel generous but pay out pennies. The penny slots, marketed to budget players, are ironically the worst offenders. Those cheerful machines with their cartoon graphics and celebratory sounds, they're engineered to extract maximum profit from minimum bets. Here's the CEO playbook they'll never admit. Tighten the slots incrementally, year by year, so players don't notice. Use psychological tricks like false wins, where you win 30 cents on a 50-cent bet, complete with flashing lights and victory sounds. Program near misses, that make you feel like you almost won the jackpot, triggering the same dopamine response as an actual win. Make the game so entertaining that people don't realize they're hemorrhaging money faster than ever before. The data exposes the truth. In downtown Vegas, where locals still matter somewhat, slots return 92% to 94%. On the Strip, good luck finding anything over 88%. The Venetian slots held 9.66% in their latest filing. Wins machines kept 10.21%. These aren't random fluctuations. They're deliberate settings chosen in boardrooms to maximize what they call theoretical win per unit per day. But if you think the slots are rigged, wait until you discover the truth about those thousands of different games surrounding you. Because despite what it looks like, you're not choosing between options at all. Number 8. The illusion of choice. Modern casino floors feel endless, rows upon rows of blinking machines stretching in every direction, each promising unique games and special features. But here's what casino executives never mention in their earnings calls. Most of those machines are owned by the same two manufacturers using identical algorithms. The CEO pitch to investors is innovation, but the truth is standardization. It's the same mathematical meat grinder wrapped in different colored plastic. Walk through any major Strip casino and count the logos. International Game Technology and Aristocrat Leisure control over 70% of all slot machines in Vegas. Scientific Games takes most of what's left. These three companies have created an oligopoly so complete that casino floors from Mandalay Bay to Encore are essentially running the same software with different skins. That unique Game of Thrones machine, same random number generator as the Walking Dead slots 3 rows over. Different pictures, identical exploitation. The manufacturers openly coordinate on industry best practices, which is corporate speak for agreeing on optimal ways to separate you from your money. They share data on player behavior, swap patents on addiction mechanics, and collectively push hold percentages higher each year. When one company discovers that red screens make people bet faster, every manufacturer implements red screens within 6 months. Even more insidious is how they've eliminated true variety in odds. 20 years ago, you could shop around for better payouts. Some casinos offered 98% return slots to attract players. Others competed with 99% video poker. Today, the manufacturers pre-program their machines with recommended settings that mysteriously all hover around that magical 88% to 90% return rate. Casinos just pick from a preset menu of exploitation levels. The software monopoly extends beyond slots. Those digital blackjack machines, electronic roulette wheels, virtual craps games, all powered by the same handful of companies using the same core programming. They've turned what was once a diverse ecosystem of independent games into a factory farm of identical money extraction devices. Casino CEOs love this arrangement because it eliminates real competition. Why offer better odds when every casino runs the same rigged software? Why innovate when players have nowhere else to go? The promise of capitalism, competition driving better products and prices, has been quietly murdered on the casino floor. What makes this particularly cruel is the theatrical presentation. Casinos spend millions making each machine look different, sound unique, feel special. But underneath the Hollywood licenses and flashy graphics, it's all the same algorithm designed to create the identical outcome. You lose, they win, the house edge never sleeps. Number 7. The side bet trap blackjack, craps. Even roulette now come with optional side bets that turn a 1% house edge into 10%. Casinos call it player engagement. Regulators call it enhanced hold. You call it losing faster, though you might not realize it until your bankroll has already evaporated. Walk up to any blackjack table on the Strip today and count the betting circles. There's your main bet, sure, but now there's also perfect pairs, 21+3, lucky ladies, Buster blackjack, and whatever new sucker bet they invented last week. These side bets promise massive payouts, 30 to 1, 100 to 1, even 1,000 to 1 for the right combination. What they don't advertise is that the house edge on these bets ranges from 3% to over 10%, compared to basic blackjack's 0.5% with proper play. The psychology is diabolical. You're sitting at a $25 minimum table, playing decent basic strategy, slowly grinding. Then the player next to you hits perfect pairs for $750 on a $5 side bet. The dealer makes sure everyone sees it, announces it loud enough for 3 tables to hear. Suddenly, that empty side bet circle starts calling your name. What's another $5 when you're already risking $25? Casino executives discovered something beautiful in their quarterly reports. Side bets generate more profit per hour than the main game itself. A player betting $25 on blackjack with a $5 side bet loses more on that tiny side wager over time than on their primary bet. The math is so profitable that casinos now require side bets at some tables. You literally cannot play unless you feed the side bet machine. Craps transformed the same way. The basic pass line bet holds just 1.4%, practically fair by casino standards. But now the felt is covered with proposition bets holding edges of 11%, 13%, even 16%. The dealers are trained to bark these bets constantly. Hard ways working. Anyone want the yo? They're not being helpful. They're following corporate mandates to push high-margin products. Even roulette, already carrying a hefty 5.26% house edge, wasn't profitable enough. So they added lightning roulette, where random numbers get struck by lightning for enhanced payouts. Sounds exciting until you learn the base payouts were reduced to compensate, porque se mecánica which say pushing the effective house edge even higher. The genius is making these bets feel small and optional, while designing games where avoiding them feels like missing out. You're not just gambling anymore. You're being psychologically programmed to make the worst possible financial decisions while believing you're chasing opportunity. But at least with human dealers, someone might occasionally take pity on you. Number 6. The disappearing dealers. Digital tables and stadium gaming replaced human interaction across Vegas floors. The real reason executives push automation? Machines don't comp you drinks, don't notice when you're down big, and never, ever slow the game. Every second saved is another bet placed, another loss recorded, another dollar flowing upward to the executive suite. Visit any modern casino and witness the transformation. Where 20 blackjack tables once stood, you'll find 4 live games and 40 electronic terminals. Stadium gaming, where one dealer runs games for dozens of screens, has invaded every major property. The Venetian calls it efficiency. The Link brands it as modern gaming. What they're really selling is isolation and acceleration. The math behind the movement is ruthless. A human dealer manages maybe 60 blackjack hands per hour. Electronic blackjack, 100 to 120 hands hourly. No shuffling, no small talk, no bathroom breaks. That 40% speed increase translates directly to 40% more losses per player per hour. CEOs see this on spreadsheets and pop champagne. Players experience it as their bankroll vanishing before they've ordered their second drink. But speed is only part of the equation. Human dealers occasionally show mercy. They might deal slightly slower when someone's clearly chasing losses. They'll chat during shuffles, giving your brain a break from decision fatigue. Good dealers become familiar faces, creating relationships that make losing feel less mechanical. All of that humanity cuts into profits. Digital dealers never develop soft spots for regulars. They won't warn you that you've been playing for 6 hours straight. They can't read the desperation in your eyes at 4 a.m. and suggest maybe it's time to call it a night. The algorithm has no conscience, no empathy, no moment of human connection that might break the spell. The elimination goes beyond pure digital. Even at live tables, automation creeps in. Continuous shuffle machines ensure no counting cards, no tracking patterns, no break in the action. Electronic bet sensors monitor every wager. Facial recognition tracks your emotional state. You think you're playing against cards, but you're really battling software designed by MBAs who've never dealt a hand in their lives. Casino executives justify this as giving customers what they want, citing surveys about convenience and speed. What they don't mention is how they've systematically removed slower options, forcing players to accept automation or not play at all. It's manufactured consent, dressed up as progress. The saddest part? Dealers hate it too. These are people who spent decades perfecting their craft, building relationships, being part of Vegas's human fabric. Now they're being replaced by screens and watching their colleagues escorted out by security. The soul of Vegas isn't just being sold, It's being automated out of existence. Number 5. Casino gambling is colorful and dramatic and theatrical. Steve Wynn. Steve Wynn's own words defined the pivot that transformed Vegas forever. Make gambling feel like a show so you forget its math. Every flash of lights, every cheer from a near win, every theatrical element is precisely engineered to override the logical part of your brain that knows the house always wins. Wynn didn't invent casino spectacle, but he perfected its weaponization. When he opened the Mirage in 1989 with its volcano and white tigers, he wasn't just building a casino. He was creating what psychologists now call an immersive dissociative environment. The goal was simple: make people forget they're losing money by making losing feel like entertainment. Modern casinos took Wynn's blueprint and turbocharged it with neuroscience. Those slot machines that erupt in celebration when you win 30 cents on a dollar bet? That's not a bug, it's operant conditioning. Training your brain to interpret losses as victories. The near misses where 2 jackpot symbols land perfectly and the third barely misses. Those are programmed to occur far more often than random chance would allow, triggering the same dopamine release as actual wins. The theatrical manipulation extends everywhere. Oxygen pumped into casinos to keep you alert. Specific musical frequencies that increase risk-taking behavior. Even the ugly carpet patterns serve a purpose. They're designed to keep your eyes up, focused on the games, never looking down at the path to the exit. Every sensory input is orchestrated to create what Wynn called the total experience, which really means total extraction. Watch how modern slot machines tell stories. You're not just pulling levers anymore. You're helping Thor fight giants, joining James Bond on missions, walking through Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Each bonus round is a miniature theatrical production, complete with storylines, character development, and dramatic crescendos. You're so busy being entertained that you don't notice you've lost $200 in 20 minutes. The shows have gotten so sophisticated that people now lose money for the experience itself. Casino marketing departments track time on device, like Netflix tracks viewing hours. The longer they keep you engaged with theatrical elements, the more you'll lose. They've turned gambling from a simple transaction into a narrative experience where your money is the price of admission to an endless performance. Wynn retired in disgrace, but his philosophy conquered Vegas completely. Every major casino CEO now speaks his language: guest experience, entertainment value, theatrical presentation. They've learned that people will tolerate massive losses if you make losing feel like living inside a movie. The math never changed. They just dressed it up in costumes and called it entertainment. Number 4. The Mirage. Those free drinks, meals, and rooms that make you feel like a valued guest, they're already priced into the losses you're expected to generate. Industry insiders call it revenue yield per guest, and the equation is brutally simple. Every comp you receive has been calculated against your theoretical loss before you ever sat down. You're not being rewarded, you're being milked efficiently. The mythology of Vegas comps runs deep. Stories of high rollers getting penthouse suites, private jets, and ringside seats at title fights. What nobody mentions is the mathematical precision behind every free drink you're handed. Casinos use a formula called average daily theoretical, or ADT, which calculates exactly how much they expect to extract from you based on your game choice, average bet, and hours played. Your free buffet typically represents about 10% of what they've already calculated you'll lose. Here's how it works. You sit down at a $25 blackjack table and play for 4 hours, averaging 60 hands per hour. The casino knows their edge is about 2% against an average player. That's $25, 60 hours, 4002. We're at $120 in theoretical loss. Congratulations, you've earned a $12 food credit. That comp buffet that made you feel special? It's just the casino giving you back a dime of every dollar they've taken. Modern player tracking systems turn this into a science. Your rewards card isn't recording your luck, it's calculating your exploitation value in real time. Every bet gets logged, analyzed, and converted into a reinvestment percentage. Slot players typically see 0.1% to 0.3% of their coin-in returned as comps. Bet $10,000 over a weekend? Here's your $30 in free play. The psychological manipulation is masterful. Hosts call you by name, remember your favorite drink, text you about exclusive events. You feel important, valued, seen. What you're actually experiencing is customer relationship management software that flags you as profitable enough to warrant personal attention. That host who seems so friendly, they have dashboards showing your lifetime theoretical loss, recent play patterns, and exactly how much comp allocation keeps you coming back without cutting into margins. Even worse, the comp system creates a vicious cycle. Players bet more to reach the next tier level, chase losses to maintain their status, and make terrible gambling decisions just to keep their benefits active. The free room that requires $5,000 in theoretical loss isn't free. It's one of the most expensive hotel stays you'll ever purchase. The ultimate insult? Comps are getting stingier even as prices increase. Properties that once offered generous meal credits now issue specific menu restrictions. Free rooms come with blackout dates and resort fees. The industry learned they can reduce comp values while keeping players hooked on the illusion of rewards. Number 3. Algorithmic surveillance player. Tracking cards record every bet, drink, and pause you take on the casino floor. But what executives never advertise is how AI models now flag low-profit guests for fewer comps while targeting high-potential ones with personalized enticements designed to extract maximum value. You're not a player anymore. You're a data point being analyzed by algorithms that know your weaknesses better than you do. The moment you insert your rewards card, the surveillance begins. Not just cameras watching from above, but software tracking your every decision. How long you hesitate before betting, whether you chase losses or walk away. If you play faster when drinking, whether you respond better to male or female hosts. Every behavioral pattern gets fed into machine learning models that build a psychological profile more detailed than anything Cambridge Analytica ever dreamed of. These AI systems sort players into categories with corporate nicknames that reveal everything. Grinders play low stakes for long periods. Chasers double down after losses. Clock punchers gamble the same amount at the same times. Whales need no explanation, but the most valuable category? Potential converts. Players showing signs they could be manipulated into gambling more than they currently do. Once categorized, the targeting begins. High-value players get instant drink service, surprise room upgrades, and personal calls from hosts. Low-profit guests, they wait 20 minutes for watered-down cocktails and get offered buffet coupons that expired yesterday. The algorithm might even adjust slot machine near misses based on your profile, though no casino will admit this publicly. The real evil lies in predictive modeling. AI systems now identify players likely to develop gambling problems before they know it themselves. Increased visit frequency, longer sessions, bigger bet variations. These patterns trigger what insiders call acceleration protocols. Instead of intervention, casinos increase marketing, offer easier credit, and send more enticing promotions. They've automated the process of creating addicts. Former casino data analysts describe dashboards that would horrify most people. Heat maps showing which players are approaching their financial limits. Alerts when someone's gambling pattern suggests relationship problems or job loss. Predictive scores for who's most likely to take casino credit. It's Facebook's engagement algorithm meets predatory lending, all hidden behind free drinks and friendly smiles. Even your phone contributes to surveillance now. Casino apps track your location, spending patterns, and social connections. They know when you're paid, when you're stressed, when you're most vulnerable. That random text about a hot slots tournament hitting right after your divorce finalized? The algorithm knew exactly when to strike. Number 2, the time is money design. No clocks, no windows, no exits in sight. Casino CEOs describe it as flow optimization, but it's not chaos, it's choreography. Every corridor, carpet pattern, and sound effect has been precisely engineered to keep you playing longer, betting more, and losing track of everything except the next spin. The blueprint originated with Vegas legend Bill Friedman, whose book, Stripping Las Vegas, became the Bible for casino design. But modern properties have evolved his principles into a science of spatial manipulation. That confusing layout that makes you walk through slots to reach anything, intentional. The way escalators never quite line up, forcing zigzag patterns through gaming areas, calculated. Even bathroom placements undergo optimization studies to maximize your exposure to gambling opportunities. Carpet patterns deserve special attention. Those swirling, nauseating designs aren't aesthetic failures, they're psychological weapons. Busy patterns keep your eyes up, focused on machines and tables. Warm colors near slots trigger excitement and risk-taking. Cool blues around cashiers subtly discourage cashing out. One design consultant admitted they test patterns using eye-tracking technology to ensure maximum disorientation. Sound design creates invisible prisons. Slot machines emit tones at specific frequencies that mask the passage of time. Background music plays at 60 beats per minute, matching a relaxed heart rate, keeping you calm while your money disappears. Winning sounds are louder and longer than losing sounds, creating an auditory landscape where success seems constant even as your balance drops. The absence of natural light serves multiple functions. Without windows, you lose circadian rhythm, that internal clock telling you when to sleep, eat, or go home. Artificial lighting maintains eternal twilight, bright enough to keep you alert but dim enough to feel intimate. LED systems now adjust color temperature throughout the day, subtly manipulating your energy levels to maximize what they call player session length. Modern casinos added psychological anchoring to physical design. Landmarks get placed just far enough apart that walking between them feels like progress, even though you're traveling in circles. Ceiling heights vary to create emotional zones, high and airy where they want excitement, low and intimate where they want intense focus. Even air pressure gets manipulated, with positive pressure systems making you feel energetic and optimistic. The newest innovation, dynamic floor plans using modular gaming zones that can be reconfigured based on real-time analytics. If data shows people leaving through a particular route, walls of slot machines appear overnight to block that path. Executives call it responsive architecture. It's really a maze that reshapes itself to trap you longer. And it works because every minute you stay increases their profit. Number 1. The CEO bonus machine. Behind every record-breaking quarter, Las Vegas casinos announce, is your wallet being systematically emptied. In 2024, major strip operators reported billions in revenue despite fewer visitors than pre-pandemic levels. The system worked exactly as intended. Fewer winners, tighter odds, higher margins, and massive CEO bonuses that would make Gordon Gekko blush. Let's name names and count cash. Bill Hornbuckle, CEO of MGM Resorts, pulled in $31.5 million in total compensation for 2023. Tom Reeg at Caesars Entertainment took home $24.6 million. Rob Goldstein of Las Vegas Sands collected $23.8 million. These aren't entrepreneurs who built companies from scratch. They're corporate executives who figured out how to squeeze more money from fewer people through systematic exploitation. The compensation structures tell the real story. CEO bonuses tied directly to metrics like EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, and revenue per available room. Not customer satisfaction, not employment numbers, not community benefit, pure extraction efficiency. When Hornbuckle tightens slot machine odds by 1%, his bonus grows by millions. When Reeg eliminates free parking and adds resort fees, his stock options vest faster. The pandemic provided perfect cover for acceleration. While laying off 50,000 workers and taking billions in government assistance, these same executives engineered the transformation we're living through now. They eliminated unprofitable amenities, automated whatever possible, and raised prices on everything remaining. The result? Operating margins higher than ever before. MGM's margin hit 37.8% in Q3 2024. That's not success, it's systematic theft. Wall Street loves this story. Casino stocks reached record highs even as visitor satisfaction scores plummeted. Investment banks write glowing reports about operational efficiency and margin expansion. What they're really celebrating is the complete abandonment of Vegas's social contract. The city that once promised everyone a chance at fortune now exists solely to generate quarterly earnings, beats, and executive wealth. The bonus machine extends beyond direct compensation. These CEOs sit on each other's boards, approving each other's pay packages in an incestuous circle of mutual enrichment. They share consultants who recommend the same exploitative practices. They attend the same conferences where they learn new extraction techniques. They've turned human misery into a networked industry of profit optimization. Here's the ultimate insult. These same executives still market Vegas as, what happens here, stays here. Knowing what really stays is your money. They commission ads showing regular people winning life-changing jackpots while simultaneously programming machines to ensure those jackpots effectively never hit. They promise dreams, but deliver algorithmic nightmares, and they sleep soundly on Egyptian cotton sheets purchased with bonuses earned from your losses. The house always wins, but now it's not even pretending to play fair.